صباح الخير. عناوين اليوم: آخر مستجدات اكتتاب ديوا، ومتى في الميتافيرس الآن، وعدد السيارات الكهربائية في العالم. يا أهلا وسهلا فيكم ببرنامجكم تك بالعربي. معكم أنا هالة بسام، ومعنا بخلف الكواليس علي. خلونا نبدأ أخبارنا اليوم، وأكيد بدنا نحكي عن اكتتاب ديوا. حققت أسواق الأسهم المحلية مكاسب قياسية في ختام جلسة يوم أمس، وربح رأس مال السوقي ما ينهز تقريبا 37 مليار درهم، مع تفاؤل المستثمرين بإدراج هيئة كهرباء ومياه دبي ديوا، وهو ما دفع سوق دبي للتحليق لأعلى مستوياته في 4 سنوات ونصف. وفيما واصل سوق أبو ظبي أيضا تحطيم الأرقام، مسجلا مستوى تاريخي جديد. بالإضافة إلى ذلك صعد سوق دبي بنسبة 1.3% ليغلق عند 3500 نقطة تقريبا، بالغا أعلى مستوياته منذ مطلع نوفمبر 2017. وكل هذا بدعم رئيس من مكاسب أسهم العقار والنقل والبنوك والسلع. فيما زاد أيضا سوق أبو ظبي بنسبة 0.7% ليصل إلى 10166 نقطة تقريبا، مع نمو أسهم العقار المالية والاتصالات. عم نشوف أيضاً أنه الأسواق عم تشهد حالة من النشاط مع تحسن شهية المستثمرين ومعنوياتهم في ظل العديد من المحفزات الإيجابية مؤخراً، من بينها طبعاً وأكثرها يعني اللي عم نحكي عنه إدراج ديوا، بالإضافة أيضاً إلى النمو القوي للاقتصاد الوطني في العام الماضي. وفي تفاؤل أيضاً باستمرار النمو خلال السنوات القادمة، فضلاً عن التوقعات بنتائج قوية جداً للشركات المدرجة عن الربع الأول من العام الجاري. واجتذبت الأسهم سيولة بنحو 2.75 مليار درهم، منها 1.9 مليار في أبو ظبي و848.9 مليون في دبي، وجرى التداول على 766.3 مليون سهم موزعة بواقع 375.6 مليون في أبو ظبي. بالإضافة إلى ذلك في تقريباً 390.7 مليون في دبي عبر تنفيذ أكثر من 23 ألف صفقة. ووصلت رسملة السوقين إلى ما يربو إلى تقريباً 2.36 تريليون درهم، منها 1.92 تريليون لسوق أبو ظبي و440.7 مليار درهم لسوق دبي. عم نشوف انتعاش كبير وفي يعني توجه إيجابي كبير مع اكتتاب ديوا في دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. وطبعا نحن رح نواكبكم بآخر المستجدات المتعلقة بهذا الاكتتاب أول بأول على سماشي تي في. أما إذا بدنا ننتقل إلى عالم التكنولوجيا وعملاقة التكنولوجيا شركة ميتا، أعلنت الآن شركة ميتا بلاتفورمز مالكة فيسبوك في بيان يوم أمس الاثنين لها أن رح تبدأ بتجريب أدوات تجارية لبيع أصول وخدمات رقمية من خلال منصتها الاجتماعية هورايزن وورلد، اللي هي معتمدة طبعا على الواقع الافتراضي، وهي جزء أساسي أيضا من خطتها لعالم الميتافيرس. قالت ميتا في بيان أنه الأدوات رح تكون متاحة مبدئيا لمجموعة منتقات بعناية من المستخدمين اللي رح ينشئوا أماكن وألعاب وإكسسوارات موضة افتراضية من خلال منصة الشركة، التي تعتمد على تقديم تجربة بتشعر المستخدم بالحضور الذاتي فيها، واللي يمكن الوصول إليها طبعا عبر أجهزة الواقع الافتراضي اللي بتوضع على الرأس. عم بيختبر عملاق وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي الآن ميتا أيضا برنامج لمجموعة صغيرة من مستخدمي هورايزن وورلد في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية تحديدا، ليقدم من خلاله مدفوعات للمشاركين شهريا مقابل استخدام هذه الخصائص الجديدة التي تطلقها الشركة. وبحسب الشركة فإنه باستخدام أداة واحدة رح تتمكن هذه المجموعة المختارة من المستخدمين من بيع إكسسواراتهم أو عرض الوصول بمقابل مادي إلى المساحات الرقمية المتخصصة اللي عم يبنوها. عم تستثمر الآن الشركة بكثافة مثل ما عم نشوف في تكنولوجيا الواقع الافتراضي والواقع المعزز في إطار رهانها الجديد على الميتافيرس، وهي فكرة مستقبلية لشبكة من العوالم الافتراضية اللي يمكن الوصول إليها عبر أجهزة مختلفة، حيث يمكن للمستخدمين العمل والتواصل الاجتماعي واللعب أيضا، كل هذا عبر هذه المنصة. أما عن آخر خبر معنا لليوم، نحكي عن عالم السيارات الكهربائية. الآن يوشك العالم على اجتياز محطة فارقة أخرى في معدل التحول نحو المركبات الكهربائية، إذ تشير التقديرات إلى أن شهر يونيو تحديداً رح يشهد وجود 20 مليون مركبة كهربائية على الطرق عالمياً، وهذا يعد نمواً ملحوظاً من مليون مركبة كهربائية فقط على الطريق كانت في عام 2016، والآن عم بتشير التقديرات أنه المبلغ أو الرقم رح يكون 20 مليون مركبة كهربائية على الطرق عالمياً. عم بتشير التقديرات الآن أنه رح يتم إضافة نحو مليون مركبة بشكل شهري إلى الأسطول العالمي خلال النصف الثاني من عام 2022، وهذا يعادل مركبة واحدة تقريباً كل 3 ثواني. وبرغم أنه عادة ما تخرج المركبات من الخدمة في نهاية المطاف بسبب التقادم والتآكل والتلف وحتى الحوادث أو حتى تردي حالة البطارية، فإنه هذا الأمر لم يعد جزءاً كبيراً من عالم المركبات الكهربائية حتى الآن، وبيرجع ذلك في الغالب إلى أنه معظم المركبات الكهربائية لم يتم بيعها إلا في الأشهر ال 18 الماضية. وبحلول نهاية عام 2022 ومع وجود أكثر من 26 مليون مركبة كهربائية على الطريق، يعد نمو الأسطول الكهربائي أسرع بكثير مما كانت تتوقعه العديد من الشركات العاملة في قطاعي السيارات والنفط قبل بضعة أعوام فقط. فعلى سبيل المثال في توقعات لعام 2016 رجحت بعض الشركات تواجد 71 مليون مركبة كهربائية على الطريق بحلول عام 2035، واستنادا إلى أحدث بيانات للمبيعات الآن تحقيق ذلك رح يتم بحلول عام 2025، يعني أقل وقبل الموعد المقرر ب10 أعوام كاملة، وهذا يدل على التطور اللي عم نعيش فيه بعصرنا الحالي. هذه كانت كل أخبارنا الصباحية لليوم. بعد الفاصل خليكم معنا مقابلتنا مع مراد وناتالي عثمان مؤسسي ترند فولو مي تو، خليكم معنا ولا تروحوا لبعيد. And we're back with our guest in the studio, Natalie and Murad Osman, content creators, very famous content creators, and top 3 content creators and travel on Forbes as well, and the creators behind the famous trend Follow Me Too. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being with us. Tell us more about the story, the background story. It started in 2011.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
2011. Yeah, we joke with
Could you
Natalie
imagine how long is it?
that we are already old. After
Not
2011,
we, just you.
after 2011, I mean, people are like, you were not born there, and now you're 11.
Yeah.
Like you're a person. When you were 11, you're 22 now. Like
Yeah.
it's literally,
It's a human.
new generation grew up,
Yeah.
and we're still the same. Like,
Yeah. It was a long time ago. We just started. It was our first trip together in Barcelona, and it was just randomly, Murad just catch the moment, and we started to do this series of photos. And we never know how it's growing.
Yeah, back then it was like everyone was using social media, but just posting where they are, what food they eat, what friends they meet, and nobody used it as a tool for
Like a
it
series.
being a gallery or it
yeah.
being a business tool. And we were the first ones who created a series and used it as a gallery. So I guess that gained its initial traction.
But did it go viral from the first image, or it took so many?
It took us, I don't know how many images, quite a few, but it took us 1.5 years.
Wow.
It's a long way.
And only like, I think, when was it? Like when we were in, actually when we were back in Spain again, the photo from Granada became more and more popular. And the first one was in Spain, so maybe there's a connection there.
Yeah. We need to come
so yeah.
back.
Exactly. Oh my God.
We need to come back for new ways.
So yeah, and we never thought of it as being a tool, as a business tool. We still think of it as a passion project. So,
Interesting.
And that's, I think, if you look at any other viral projects on social media, I still think that we are relatable to the audience. We can create something, and it's still relevant. So. And it's quite difficult. Like as I've said, 11 years old. People have different things. People back then who knew Follow Me Too now don't even remember, like maybe
the
they have
thing
dementia or something.
It's like, how can a trend go for so long? What's the key to the success?
Because
We always tell that this project is about love, it's about travel, it's about culture, it's about relationship, it's about inspiration, and it's not about only me and Murat.
yeah, and
That's
there's a
why.
lot in it that can relate to everyone. And plus, we also evolve in terms of project. We just did photos back then we've evolved into more videos. Then we have different kind of videos, short format, long format, stories, scripted videos that we share our vision with the world, and hopefully they're enjoying it. And they're,
We definitely
like,
are.
And
I
they're
was
not
part
very
of the
old.
trend as well. It's very interesting because it's very simple as well.
Yes.
Anyone can do it.
yeah, yeah.
Anyone at
Yeah,
any
yeah.
place can literally do that.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how old are you. Every people love to travel.
Well, maybe if you're really, really old, it's difficult to bend your because when you do like
The back
thought of
pain.
the back
Those
pain,
feelings.
we'll see how long I last. So
That might be a challenge in the future.
that one is a challenge. Yeah.
Speaking of challenges, tell us more. Like, what's the biggest challenge in the travel industry with social media?
The pandemic was a challenge. It was I don't
We
know.
made a lot of fun content inside our.
We were suddenly at home, and like we were travel bloggers. We did even the content at home with the washing machine, with the toilet paper, and everything. Like we call it travel bloggers at home. Like we had
And
to
we
do
always
something.
change the design inside the different rooms.
Yeah. We called the rooms by cities. Like this was San Francisco. This one is South Russia. This one, I don't know, is London. So we would used to travel from San Francisco to London very quickly.
We all did during the
time traveling.
Yeah, and sometimes challenge for us to come back to the place, for example, I don't know, like a Taj Mahal, and made the photo better than we did.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the audience always pushes you more and more, which is kind of strange because the more they push you to become more creative, then they would say like, guys, this is too sophisticated.
Yeah.
Come back to the simple ones.
Yeah.
Then you come back to the simple ones, and nobody really likes it. So it's a trap.
It is. But also, I think one of the key to success, and especially what I've heard from you guys, is adaptability. Like, you really adapt quickly.
Yeah.
In terms of pandemic, but also you had a baby.
Yeah.
A lot of
It
people
wasn't-
think like this will be a challenge for traveling.
Also.
Well, because of the pandemic, we kind of stopped.
Yeah.
And then we realized like, okay, what do we do?
Biggest. We travel with our baby. Right now, he's a
Yeah, he's been
traveler
to
for
many
sure.
places. He's here as well with us. We try not to be crazy parents, crazy blogger parents that would bring their kids everywhere. I think there is
Like
like
inside the
certain
jungle.
limits. Like you don't
We
bring
mix
them
it.
to the jungle where there is like maybe malaria or something. So we try to be responsible. We only take him to the locations which we want to share, which are safe baby-wise. Not on a short trips, on long trips, but he has been to like really, really faraway locations. For example, we've been to Vladivostok with him, which is like 9-hour flight from Moscow. which is-
But still, it's a new way of travel with a baby.
Yeah.
A lot of new feelings when we travel with a baby. It's amazing. I can wait with it when he's growing, and we can more talk about the
Exactly.
destination.
Well,
all
I
the
hope
stuff.
I hope when he grows up, he's not going to be like, guys, can I stay home?
Exactly. I don't want to do that.
I love traveling, but can I just
But
stay at
enough is
home?
enough.
Yeah. I just love my desk, my carpet. Just let
But
me be.
if let's back to the question about
The evolving of travel. Or...
change our content depends
Well,
on their different.
Circumstances.
Well, yeah,
It's really important in a blogger life.
the reels, the short format, the long format, different social media. Like we've jumped initially on TikTok when it all started, and we felt like we were already are pensioners. Like we felt even more pensioners on TikTok.
Also, we have YouTube channel. We have Weibo and WeChat in China platform.
Yeah,
Because we growing up in Instagram, but for us was really important to jump and in offline and we made a TV show.
And you made a book.
Yeah, a
How did you
book,
go
yeah.
from digital and
Yeah.
Instagram?
That's I think that's what works. You have to be cross media. You
Yeah.
have to not only stay on social media but send your messages across, and that works. That allows you to stay more relevant in the longer run, because otherwise you just have a short run of popularity and that's it. You don't build anything on it as a ground.
100%. And in terms of changing from photos, because you're photos based, to reels, which is the trend right now, how did that happen? Because I think it's very, very important not to be limited as or narrow thinker as a content creator.
I guess it was natural because we are shooting nonstop all the time when we travel, and it's just that I personally post a lot less than I should. So,
But now we're using CGI, NFT, and all these new things as well.
yeah, with the new trends like this all CGI, realistic CGI that's coming up about, like, for example, the recent poster we did from Expo with Saudi Pavilion.
Yeah.
It's now the most popular on our social media pages, and it gained a lot of traction. And this is where the trend goes into, like the mixture of CGI, the mixture of the short format with the reels, whether if it's something that people feel connected to. And we love creating sophisticated content, especially with the videos that we do, with the stories that we share. We love stories, travel, every location we go. But the audience doesn't engage with it as much as we love to. But we have our own strategy. We still are doing that. We're still
for us, it's a
keeping.
passion project.
It's about
Yeah,
passion.
yeah.
It's not about just following the algorithm.
Yeah.
It's about our vision. And then with the algorithm, obviously we concentrate on a short-term format, and that CGI content on Reels, it gained a lot of traction.
Yeah.
And we know the rules, we know how to create it, but we want to show multi-layered follow me to the audience.
Interesting. Are we going to see you in the metaverse then?
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes, our team is developing a lot of projects on metaverse and NFTs as well, and,
And follow me too inside the
we
metaverse.
will do.
I
yeah,
mean, that
maybe.
would be perfect. It's very interesting, but how do you decide when to jump on which trend?
It's about our feelings and our creativity. Sometimes we didn't know popular content, but we just love it. And sometimes it's matched with, I don't know, trends. We just try to
look at the trends, we analyze it with the team, and then decide if we're jumping on it or not. And with the reels, it's obviously going to stay for a very long time and more concentrated than any other content on Instagram. So it is a heavy trend that we will concentrate on. And then the videos, especially with the internet getting better and the connection of the cell phones getting better, obviously the video is going to be the king still.
Are all the photos you take by phone, camera, or a mix of both? Doesn't matter.
With the
it's mixed, yeah.
It's mixed. With the difficult contents and storytelling, we shoot with cameras, but with Follow Me Too, pose, photos, and vertical videos, we shoot mobile. You don't need to have an expensive gear to it's your vision, it's your taste that you need to develop.
It's really important.
And even with the normal cheap phone, you can create amazing content. That's about the ideas rather than the quality of the expensive camera.
That's so true. Let's talk about money, because a lot of people want to start this career, and especially now with social media, but how to monetize it, how to get money out of it.
What we did is initially we rejected 95% of the commercials that went our way, and I think there are different strategies. Monetize right at the moment when you get audience, and another one
On a short
term, and then monetize on the long run. Both are legit and true, but for us, if we wanted to stay longer, we would
and build a big
community. We keep the integrity of the brand first, so we would reject a lot of commercials. And then when building something, when you've already built a brand, then you allow the commercials to come in, then you approach brands. And everyone, you have to look 10 years ago, nobody thought that paying someone for a social media post is something real. Like, you can't make a living out of it, you can't work with brands. If someone gifted to you, that would be like, oh my God, someone gifted to me something. Like, that would be amazing. And even back then, when we were offered by a big brand, like huge amount of money for a project where they were supposed to do 10 posts with they said, like, guys, let's do 10 posts with you and your arm without Natalie. And then on the 10th post, it will be Natalie in our rucksack with our brand and everything. We're like, hey, we connected them. Like, no.
Doesn't work.
I told them like, okay, like $10 million, and then they're like, no.
They rejected.
Okay.
And I think it's really important to understand what audience and what brands are the same, have the same vision like you are. It's really important to make.
Yeah, sharing philosophy with the brand is
Yeah,
always good. And again, now audience are accepting commercials a lot easier than they did back, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago. If you see a commercial on social media from your blogger or an influencer, you'll feel like they sold out to a brand.
Literally.
Yeah. So that would be, it would be weird. Now, even with, if you do organic advertising, if you implement the brand eventually, or if you do it straight away, people are okay with that.
100%. They're more acceptable
Yeah.
of the advertising. But tell us more, what's the behind the scene like? Because people think that you just travel the world, enjoy your time.
Yeah, it's my pain because a lot of followers text me, "Oh, this is a dream life, but we can sleep for 10 days, for example, inside of China. I don't know, when we travel in a...
Yeah, but the trip to China was 9 days and 9 sunsets and sunrises. So by the end of it, we were like,
Whoa.
dead.
We sleep for 2 hours and always non-stop travel and without, I don't know, good food.
We have several directions within Follow Me To. We have the Follow Me To's itself. Then we have the Follow Me To tours, where we bring the community to specific destinations, where we create an itinerary. We act like a travel agent.
Nice.
And like Follow Me To is the travel experts in that. And when we go to these destinations, we show them the exclusivity. We show them.
We made a guide.
We create a guide around it. So it's like it's a bespoke travel. Then we have the production, we have the CGI, the metaverse, the NFTs. We have a huge team that create very engaging content, and that's what we are going to be doing here in Emirates. We're going to be promoting them and working with brands and creating highly engaging content, because I really believe we're an experts in that.
Yeah.
And our team is also very, very good in creating the content. And that proved with the recent posts with the Saudi Pavilion.
Yeah.
It went really well. Then Natalie has her ashram, the well-being studio.
It's my big passion as well. It's a well-being studio about mind, body, and soul with different practice. And I was one that's a really big well-being community here, and a lot of people are asking about it, and with the different techniques, with the different teachers. And I hope to open something here for mindfulness,
and people are really interested in this topic in the region a lot lately about this.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And that's really good. You're a civil engineer, right?
Yeah.
So the changing career, the passion was leading. So that's very interesting, and I feel it's very important for people to understand and know that it's not a matter of just taking photos, traveling the world, and that's it. You have your own production company, you have your own passion studio, so that's really good to monetize and for life and even to maintain it.
Yeah.
I think it's really important, and all of us have the classic study.
Oh, education. That's what we think. Like, I mean, nowadays, young audience, like young influencers, they would quit their jobs, and
immediately.
Not even jobs, they quit their universities.
Yes.
I still believe that you really need to get education and to have a core base, and then build on it. You never know what's going to happen in the world. Yes, you might earn now like 100 times more than your parents by just doing social media, but still, I think that the core education, the base, gives you a ground to stand on.
No matter what's happened with the social media, it's always
100%.
with you. Yeah, it's always with you.
And as you said, being across all channels as well is very important, offline and online, because you never know. This platform is here today. You might wake up tomorrow and it's not even there. So
you never know.
That's why we also created our own app with the retouching.
Please tell us more about
it. Follow Me To app, where I have my retouching styles and the presets that you use there. Plus, we've just recently opened up a special section with Instagram fonts, which you type anything you want with one button, you just upload it on your Instagram. Because I'm not a fan of Instagram fonts that they have,
Yeah.
and there you have like loads of different styles, and
Murad
you just do
created
just one
for a
button.
long time because he saw, I don't know,
I'm a perfectionist, and
perfectionist, and
I
he made
lost 1 year on that. But,
But this is amazing, for sure. Yeah.
That's really amazing. Check it out, guys. Natalie and Murad, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
with us. It's
Thank
such an honor, and we're looking forward for the metaverse, the NFT, and to see you here in Dubai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
هذه كانت كل أخبارنا لليوم ومقابلتنا. بنتمنى أنكم تكونوا استمتعتوا ببرنامجكم تك بالعربي لليوم. رح أترككم بعد قليل مع برنامجنا Business is Personal للحديث أكثر عن التكتيكات اللي لازم تستخدموها على اللينكد إن لحتى كيف تعلنوا عن شخصيتكم على اللينكد إن و to present yourself. فخليكم معنا وتابعونا ببرنامجنا القادم، وأنا بشوفكم بكرة بنفس الموعد. نهاركم سعيد جميعاً.